I was kind of flashing you. You wanted to add some bit of tension so maybe you can get a grip. So again, tension is the opposite of speed. You really want to be loose.
And you were still able to go fast even though you were giving me tension here because it was like the opposite.
Different direction. So because I was loading up, I would not be able to go fast this way. I can go fast somewhere else.
And are you more like leaning back when you do that? Or when you load like that?
No.
Do you mind if he pulls? He's supporting me.
What?
He's supporting me when I
Okay, well, let me just, I got one more question. Okay, so
you can listen to what he's saying.
with respect to loading, right, a lot of people do this, right? And a lot of people train statics where they hold the weight. So the only way they can generate force on the table is to actually lean into it. I don't like this.
Is it more of just a bicep thing that you're doing?
Yeah, so here's why. If you statically post this way and you go, you get stopped, I mean, you're really training your body to separate and open. So when I'm training, I'm typically lifting weights, and this is the lift.
I didn't really get the right too much,
Right?
Sorry.
So I'm always training to actually close this gap. Right?
So it's not really a body like leaning thing, more of just.
No, I hate it. Now again, some other person may
I
tell me
don't feel
this is the way to
strong
go.
really like doing this because I feel like I can't really go sideways as well.
Correct. So that's why I like it. That way I can load here,
And still go sideways.
and my shoulder is still in the match. Again, training like this, as soon as this gets stopped on the table, you're going to separate. Right? And so again, as far as tension, if you were the fast guy, I might want to load on you to make you tense up, which will make you slower. Right? And again, you can load anywhere. I can do this here and make you put all your pressure there and then go sideways because you're so stuck on posting here. Especially if you post like this.
Is a lot of your inside game just like this? Or is that all more of an inner elbow thing?
Generally, I've trained side pressure dynamically like this. I've trained it like internally rotating with the weight from the front. I've done some internal rotation with the weight from the side, but it's very dynamic, whereas a lot of people are very static.
Your pressure just feels like if you just move me around just like that.
Yeah, so again, some people say, oh, well, I've done 150 pounds of side pressure, right? And that may simply be them doing this, right? That's a static motion. Like, that angle didn't move. I've done 140 pounds like this, right?
Is that the pulley coming straight at you, or are you more like to the side? Or?
All of the above. So when I was doing 140 pounds, the pulley was kind of high, because if it's sideways, I don't have the body weight to actually hold it. So it was like this, right? And so I made sure to have like a 90-degree angle. So it was a real 140 pounds.
But are you to the side of the pulley, or is it
It's like here. Like this, right? So again, I'm not anywhere close to that. So we're on the table, like again, I can just move you, right? But yeah, I don't like a whole lot of statics. I think they're good because, for instance, my internal rotation, sort of like this with the cable machine, weight in front, right?
I saw you doing some of that. It was crazy strict.
Yeah, so I was doing this with like 120 pounds. So I got pretty good. When I did statics, now you take the weight, you bring it here, and you hold it. I got up to 220 pounds. So it's a different kind of type of strength or a different level you can achieve because ISOs you should be able to do more than you can dynamically. But training this dynamic or training the static this way doesn't help you get to that spot. Whereas I think the dynamic here actually kind of teaches you how to arm wrestle.
No, I've been enjoying the pulley. I just kind of got a pulley maybe like a pretty okay one like 3 or 4 months ago. So it's all new to me, but
I think it's a good investment. I think it really simplifies things. Sure, if you were in Bulgaria and Krasimir was your coach and you could arm wrestle 6 hours a day, it might be better. But we can't, right? And Todd Hutchins has kind of proven you can go pretty far doing a lot of weightlifting. Although he's had better coaching than any of us.
Well, you trained with Brzezinski for a long time, right?
Correct. So again, I like dynamic partial movements. I think if you look up Rob Bidget, I think he would say something similar. Although I don't think he trains side pressure as much.
That's good. His hand is strong.
Okay. What was the other thing?
What he's doing doesn't.
Oh, right-handed.
You're not going to get there.
So you guys like to reach right? Get your hand way past the guy because you want to hook, right?
Against you, I feel like that's all I can do. Yeah.
Why I've never really.
Okay. So get your setup. Okay. So what happened earlier was you were reaching and you had this gap here. All I did was this. All I did was fill the gap.
So do you think I shouldn't have that? Or?
No, I'm not saying that. It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
There's no perfect anything.
Yeah.
Right? So just like you might reach to get around and sink your hook, I've reached on people to simply get a gap to hit their fingers.
So you're going more into a low hand kind of.
That's not a primary move, but I'm just saying at times I've done the same. I've set up the same way you set up to do something completely different. Right now, I think Devin has videos on this. Reaching, getting your hand across. Okay, so that's good, but you need arm contact.
Like that?
Yeah. So for instance, look at this setup. I'm reaching. I've got the gap. We have no arm contact.
How do I
so as soon as I try to hook, see where I am on your arm?
Yeah.
But what you want, this is what you want.
Really? So something more like that? Does that feel any better?
Yep. Now you got somehow you have to roll out and still maintain the arm contact.
Okay.
Right.
Can we go from there? I feel pretty good.
Yeah, no, I'm not ready to go. Arm start. Okay, but that's what you want is the arm contact.
Yeah.
So for instance, let's roll out.
Okay, so.
Let's just get straight.
Okay.
So you don't have the arm contact.
Yeah.
Right. So you may have to get
I got
low.
such a skinny arm, bro. It doesn't work for me.
All right, roll this out. Now, for instance, if you had less gap and you were closer to my arm, and then you did your move, it really wouldn't matter.
And then you couldn't bang into me, maybe. And then you couldn't like bang into me with that little gap or whatever.
Well, no, I wasn't banging at all. I was going outside.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm saying is that as soon as you get your arm on me, boom, it doesn't matter like where I am because your arm is on my arm.
Okay.
Now again, I'll be able to compete because my arm is as strong as yours. But again, if you're going against the top roller, you're probably going to win the match. But that's what you want, is this arm on arm thing.
You against me.
And it's boom. See, I don't care where you go. Right, and the truth is, you see that? Don't worry about my elbow. But see, like, my hand is flat. But you see that arm contact?
Yeah.
I was forced to though, and I can't get any foundation to do that.
See, like, the hand doesn't even matter. You're not going anywhere. Right?
It does feel better. I mean, I feel like I have something to push against rather than just my hand getting taken.
Correct. And again, the top roller won't be able to go anywhere. It'll be something like this. They'll be running, and they really won't be able to get out because your arm will have them locked up. I think Devin has videos on it. I don't know if Todd Hutchings does.
I've had my hand taken, and the only thing I could really do is just supinate a little bit and put that bone there. So that does make sense.
Correct. But you want to do it on the start, and you want to be on top if possible. But you need to go watch all those European guys. I don't hook this way, but they do all the time.
So set up to me how you're trying to get me to set up one time. I mean, you've done it before, but I want to feel it again. Okay. And then you just post really high? Is that how you're staying in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I mean, I gave up something on that grip.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to get.
You won't have as much hand control.
Yeah, and I'm going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have to give up something. You're trying to get this great finger containment and grip, and you want the guy off your hand, and you want arm contact. You can't get it all. Right? See that? Like this doesn't feel, you won't feel good this way. But there's so much arm contact that this might be better off for you. So give up some fingers. And then you'd go into your hook. And sometimes it's just speed. That's not where your setup was okay.
Big time.
Yeah, and so even when I was going outside, I wasn't worried about your hook because I'm going to get here faster than you're going to get into your hook. You know, or even if you get there, I mean, we're so far over here.
Well, like what I noticed with him is like he's so focused on being ramped up and just getting everything super tight. I think that's where a lot of his downfall is on the go.
Yeah, tension is the opposite of speed. If you really want to hit, you need to relax.
And that might totally be the case because I mean, with regular people, I'm not as tense or whatever. I think because I know y'all are so strong, maybe I'm doing something different.
Yeah. And if you are the strongest guy at practice by any kind of like margin, you're gonna struggle in some way. You'll do well, you'll get stronger, you'll beat some people, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Do you go compete with y'all go compete with any other Houston groups?
No, we have.
But that's why I like lifting weights. Historically, I've been so far ahead. I'd pull for 3 hours straight, never leave the table, and then go like max out on bench afterwards, and max out on bench before. So like, you can still get good, but you have to do stuff like weights, I think, if you want to actually get stronger.
Yeah.
But you should be a master technician because you'll be able to pull in all these weird
Although I feel like some of my technique is lacking just because it's once you put that pressure on, then it's like, okay, well, I either need to change something or lose.
Yeah, and I mean, I still, but I still lack in that stuff too. There's only been recently where I've had other people to train with, and even then, we're not like super frequent. We don't train super frequently.
We've been more frequent lately than we have in a long time.
You want to get in here, man? Want to get in here?